It's 12 noon on this Wednesday afternoon, September 11th, 2019. It is time now for the Peter Cello Noon News Report on this Wednesday afternoon, September 11th, 2019. Good afternoon, everybody. I am Peter J. Wiggins. It is 12 noon on this Wednesday afternoon, and it is 76 degrees in North Massachusetts. Top stories on the Peter Cello Noon News Report is Moment Silence, Tolls Bell and Trump marking 18th anniversary of 9/11 terror attacks, and remembrances around the country, including right here in Norton, with a brief remembrance morning and a moment of silence. Trump showed Lamb's 40 poll showing him trailing several 2020 Democrats. Rep-elect then Bishop Curtis Trump for special election win in North Carolina race. Trump limits media coverage and polls added 9/11 commemoration. With John Bolton fired, what's next for Trump's Afghanistan policy as Israel fears that Trump reveals in Iran after Bolton fired. At least 5 people are hospitalized after a workplace stabbing in Tallahassee, Florida. California passes landmark bill that presidents don't abandon companies like Uber and Lyft. Mega church pastor, mental health advocate Jared Wilson dies by suicide. 2 hikers found a message in a bottle and helped them rescue a stranded family. Now the family wants to thank them. Scottish court says Johnson's suspension of UK Parliament is legal. Why did the Air A, B, and C occupy West Bank? Cruise ships long contentious in Bahamas off for Lockland of Dorian. China waives tariffs on some U.S. goods for the first time since the trade war began. These Providence properties are getting $12 million in city tax breaks. Trump's calls for Fed's bonets to slash interest rates below zero. WeWork founders' fortune plunges as Inc. spreads ahead of IPO. Wall Street tired, Apple continues to rise. Look at stocks now. Up 8.60 points to 26,998.03. SP 5 at 12.97 at 29.92.36. And Nasdaq up 66.81, 50.15. Hong Kong makes $37 million. $37 billion bid for the London Stock Exchange. Launchpad fires scrubs Japanese ISS launch. Asteroid as powerful as $10 billion. World War II atomic bombs may have wiped out the dinosaurs. There's a lost continent hiding beneath Earth. A new species of electric eel produces the highest voltage discharge of any known animal. A 6th person has died from a vape-related lung illness, this time in Kansas. Contaminated skin cream leaves women in semi-comatose state, officials said. Weber County, Utah's first victim of a now virus facing lengthy recovery. The Chinese government announced Wednesday it will accept several U.S. items from its tariff list for 1 year beginning next week. South Korea's privileged politicians scrutinized at the Moon Aid appointment. U.S. North Korea nuclear talks are top priority, Seoul said. Palestinian slammed down it was promised to annex territory after election. The Hong Kong Stock Exchange made it before Hurricane Dorian. Grand Bahama was a vibrant tropical island filled with life, but the wake-sensitive sandstorm, the island no longer remembers its former self. The 3-judge panel in Scotland on Wednesday declared British Prime Minister Boris Johnson moved to suspend Parliament legal because its chief purpose was to hinder lawmakers. Registered price index increased 0.1% in August. GM recalls millions of full-size Taurus with SUVs with braking problem. Gunmen Buckton Fire recruits use hydroid rescuers. The 13 recruits in a recent Buckton Fire Academy took part in Jaws of Life exercise at Everett Auto Parts. Report: Commuter Rail Affairs holding back growth in Buckton. McCarvey, Greg Wooders, and Quincy preliminary. Peter Cello news time is 12:04. Time now for Peter Cello Sports Report. Boston Bruins sing on the Boston Red Sox sing on the Toronto Blue Jays. Game time is 7 o'clock out in Toronto. Americans suffer early World Cup exit at the hands of Ruby Gobert and the France. NFL star Enter Manor accused of sexual assault and Chris Neal's injury as he ended the season with a fracture in his kneecap. Peter Cello news time is 12:04 on this Wednesday afternoon. Time now for Peter Cello traffic and transit check. Beep! On the MTA subway commuter rail affairs, they are looking good. Okay. Rhode Island Wizards looking good. 91 southbound side sold for 84 in Hartford, Connecticut, and 91 southbound side loads are Route 9 in Middletown, Connecticut, and 84 eastbound holes are Route 7 in Denver, Connecticut, and 95 southbound side sold Greenwich, Connecticut, 95 southbound holes are Milford, Connecticut, Suburban Expressway, and northbound side sold between Dorchester and downtown Boston. Central Western Massachusetts Wizards looking good. New Hampshire and Maine Wizards looking at 8789, 91 southbound side loads on US Canadian West Vermont, and Orange. 15 and 55 at the northbound side, so in Southern Bergman, the U.S. Canadian border. Peter Childers time is 12:05. Time now for a weather report. Again, some patchy rain showers around Sturbridge, Mass, Union, Connecticut. Otherwise, a sunny and a warm and a little bit humid day today in New England. As it'll be partly sunny this afternoon, 94 degrees. Southwest about 11 miles south, 26 miles an hour for tonight. Slight chance of showers at thunderstorms between 9 p.m. and 10 p.m. Partly south, but 65 degrees. Southwest about 5 to 8 miles coming every night. Should speed to 20%. Thursday, most skies at 72, about 31 degrees. Northeast with about 3 to 5 miles an hour for Friday. Sunday, podcast with 70, about 51 degrees. East with about 5 to 9 miles an hour. Shiver to southeast with about 3 to 5 miles an hour for Saturday. Partly south skies about 76 to about 62 degrees. South about 5 to 30 miles an hour. Shiver to southwest about 5 to 8 miles an hour. Shiver to 40% for Sunday. Both same podcast got 81, 58 degrees. West about 3 to 7 miles an hour for Monday. Most sun's got 81 about 58 degrees. West about 3 to 7 miles an hour for Tuesday. Sun's got 36 degrees. North about 6 miles an hour. Right now, not in it. 78 degrees. That's going to be it for the Peter Channel. New news about on this Wednesday, September 11th, 2019. Peter Woods will be have a good day with a goodbye to you. It'll be a wonderful afternoon.